This is the worst government in the history of Nigeria. You can't do anything to me. This is the worst. See, electricity. Worst. You see, if you feel because you can afford things, you don't care about people who can't afford, then you have a problem. Ghana is supporting a citizen. Ghana. Listen to me. The only instrument we have is prayer. Pray. People are hungry. People are hungry. People are hungry. Sometimes I'm afraid to read my text message. I'm afraid. If I get 1,000 message, 900. Not prayer. Food. Will somebody lie with hunger? Somebody can lie with hunger. You can lie with car. You can lie with house. You can lie with food.
President Bola Tinubu and APC government make una take am easy o. APC pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Wherever your APC. Because the way una they go APC, maybe by the end of this your regime, the whole of Nigeria go rename, they go name am Bola Tinubu Nigeria PLC or Limited. Because as it be today, so now, it is not about governance, it is about sycophancy, propaganda on steroids. So everybody where they around the president, it is a battle for who go become the sycophant in chief. Nigerians, you wanna see this talk where they shout about fixing INEC and electoral reform before 2027. Nigerians, make una shine when eye. Do not let affliction to rise the second time, because now our life now in there at stake. So today for Abuja, International Conference Center ICC, where they renovate as they renovate them by this government, Minister for FCT Wike don't change the name. They don't rename them to Bola Tinubu International Conference Center Abuja. That International Conference Center, they built them since 1991. Oh, not be the first time where they don't renovate them. It was even renovated in 1999. They don't renovate them before. But as these ones don't come now, they don't renovate them. They don't change the name again. And not even the first time be this. In fact, within a space of just 11 months, about 5 national institutions have the name don't change to the name of the sitting president. Not be said they know the name things after former leaders, so but according to ethics and protocol, because of integrity, now mostly the next leadership, when they evaluate so that there will be merit, they can name it after former leaders based on your contribution to certain aspects. But today as we did, they don't rename barracks for Asokoro to Bola Tinubu barracks, not minding the criteria for military naming of their facilities and institutions to honor the contributions of fallen heroes who contributed in the security of the country. They don't name them after president. There is Bola Tinubu Polytechnic for Gwarimpa. There is airport for Niger State where they been named after Imam Abubakar Kagara, where contributes to their own northern issues. So they don't rename them 2024. They don't change the name back to Bola Tinubu Airport. There is also a bill to establish Bola Tinubu University of Languages for Aba in Abia State. National Assembly Library where they renovate 2025 to Abi 2024, they don't change them to Bola Tinubu Library, Abi Bola Tinubu Center. So maybe by the end of Tinubu administration, we go don't even they name our churches and parishes to Bola Tinubu Parish, Bola Tinubu Cathedral, Bola Tinubu Diocese. But in all, the question be say, is that how they go put food for the table of Nigerians? China by naming institutions after the leader be president, now so insecurity go end. If to say as soon as they name, now so government they better, coastal highway don't complete, they don't fight corruption, if I even good. But all of these names are naming after the leader. How does it translate into the betterment of the lives of the people? Now sycophancy upon sycophancy. So when another leader come himself go sit down, decide to they change the name to also fit in on this thing. APC, Nigeria there before APC, and there will be Nigeria after APC. Nigerians, if una sit down allow the consolidation of the criminality that took place in 2023 called an election, now our own life now we they put at risk. Because as it there now, the slogan for the government was even a milocon. Now my turn. Not be say anybody come to say I want to be Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, or I want to be your Nelson Mandela. Now my turn. So anything where they happen, so now my turn to rename them. I can name even your house after my name. I can name even your hotel when I say when a family name, make when I change them to the president name. It doesn't matter anymore because there is no ethics. There is no bar for governance. Before they go say they lower the bar. Now there is no bar. Nigerians, we must unite to fix governance. We must take our personal life seriously because what Nigeria is today is a huge joke. Nigeria exists so that other countries can learn how not to govern their countries. This is the textbook definition of how not to govern a country. And if you think that the people where they do now them they at risk, the joke is on you and me who are the ordinary citizens. We go continue to pay and make up for the recklessness and rudderless leadership provided by this set of people. Renaming of institutions, so make una continue. Murasi, APC, Nigeria PLC.
One of the main reasons why I dislike Tinubu, trust me, for Facebook policy, I would have used a harsher words, a harsher adjective to describe my dislike and displeasure for this man, is because most of his supporters, who are mostly of Yoruba descent, believe that every criticism of the Tinubu administration comes from a place of hating the Yoruba people, which means to them, Tinubu symbolizes the presence of Yoruba in the Nigerian polity. And for me, I don't think that a president of a federation of a multi-ethnic nation like this should come with a tribal coloration. For me, I don't care where the presidency comes from, so long as I have good governance and the people on the street are not crying of hunger. Nigeria is too big to have citizens that cry of hunger or what am I trying to say here? I mean, the basic necessities of life. Now, when you see somebody that places his political ambition above the welfare of a country, what do you call that? When you see somebody whose ideology means the ends justify the means, you can grab it, you can snatch it, you can run away with it. That elections are not served a la carte, which means election is not a thing you believe that you just sit and get it. Yes, election are supposed to be, you campaign, you sit back and wait for result. You don't need to grab anything. You don't need to snatch anything. You don't need to run away with anything. Only thieves run away with things. Are you a thief? Is the president a thief? So when we criticize Tinubu, it has nothing to do with Yoruba people. As a matter of fact, it is those who rear their head in defense of this man based on the tribal affinity that makes us say so much negative things about some Yoruba people. Do you know how much it pains me to talk about Yoruba people on my page? It pains me. But I cannot neglect the fact that what is happening is happening. Because by nature, I am a realist. If you wake my mom from the grave, may her soul rest in peace, the only big word she knows is my son, the realist. So I can't see lies and paint and sugarcoat it to be the truth. I'm not wired that way. For as I'm concerned, people are desperately trying to look for crumbs of development and attribute it to. We didn't elect Tinubu to prevent lecturers from going on strike. We didn't elect Tinubu to prevent scarcity of fuel. We are not supposed to be mentioning fuel scarcity as a nation that is among the top oil producing countries. Why should we be talking about fuel scarcity? Yes, there are no fuel scarcities because you can't even buy the fuel in the first place. Yes, there are no strikes because you are threatening the leaders of those organizations not to go on strike. We cannot be proud of a president who is afraid of a free and fair competition. We cannot. Just recently, just yesterday, because a new coalition is forming, you had to go to hotels and instruct them not to give them venue to conduct and announce their formation. What are you scared of? You did the same thing to people, those who live by the sword. You know, unalive by the sword. I don't mean it literally. I mean, what you feed to others, you should be prepared to swallow it when they give you to swallow. This man, Tinubu, if he's not removed, it will be the worst type of legacy we will leave in our polity. It will be the worst type of legacy we will leave for our youth. It will be the worst image we are going to build for our country to the rest of the world. Now, you may like him because of your ethnic affinity to him. You may like him because of your religious proclivity to him. I don't care. Those are mundane factors for me. As far as I'm concerned, it is the ordinary man on the street. What is he saying? Is he saying governance is measured by the comfort government brings to the people in their homes? By affording schools easily, by getting meals easily, by getting the means of power to sustain the woman that has a salon, the welder that welds this thing. And those people, the source of governance has been completely obliterated. We have no government. So, like I said, and I'll repeat again, it takes an insane mind. It takes somebody who have decided to say, hey, I want to be a lunatic. I want to start supporting Tinubu. That is the only type of person you have. I mean, life in Nigeria is not worth the life of a chicken. And yet you say this man is trying, that we should give him time. We should give him time. Other leaders, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is doing marvelously within 2 years. And you say, don't compare Burkina Faso and Nigeria. Alex Oti of Abia said within 2 years, he's doing marvelously. Leadership is about sincerity, which Tinubu does not have. Leadership is about rationalization, which Tinubu doesn't have. Leadership is about caring for the people, feeling for the people. Imagine a country where 200 people were unalive and it had to take some form of cajoling from Nigerians to enable the president to visit the site of the mayhem. And even when he got to the state, he didn't visit the actual place that something happened. Forcing children to wear uniform and stay under the rain to sing Arise, Nigeria We Hail Thee. And after that, a banquet where they eat and lavish sumptuous meal was organized. Whereas over 200 lives of Nigeria are beneath the grave for no fault of theirs. And you want us to smile and pretend with you and dabble in your false narrative that this man is trying? I just pray the coalition gets it right. I really, really do so. I pray the coalition gets it right. I just pray they get it right by bringing and fielding a flag bearer that appeals to the rest of Nigeria. A man with credibility, a man with sympathy and empathy, a man that completely endears to everybody. If the coalition is just about seizing power and power returning to certain people who believe that they own Nigeria, then adios. Go ahead, Tinubu.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and please my love, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a video. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.